Let me share a very interesting story about one of my design students, Jasmine. Now, Jasmine got a freelance project in her second semester. Now, this was from a company who was making kidswear product, and they wanted her to create a logo for them. So Jasmine was very excited because this was the first time she was getting one project that will pay her. So she immediately went to her drawing board and started sketching different logos for that company. She submitted those logos and she got a very bad feedback. And that is when she came to me and she said she's not getting the right direction to create that logo for that company. And that is where I advised her to do a brainstorming session. So she conducted an elaborate brainstorming session on this topic. And after that, the logos that they created, they were finalized by the brand. So in today's session, we're going to learn what is brainstorming and how to conduct it. To conduct a strong brainstorming session, you need to first define what is the purpose of that brainstorming. Do you want to design something? For example, you want to design a comfortable chair for your mother. You have to create the whole brainstorming around that topic. So a clearly defined problem is the first point of starting a brainstorming session.
In 1953, American advertising executive Alex F. Osborne proposed a creative ideation technique for problem solving. Since this technique used out-of-the-box and lateral thinking to come up with the best solution to any design problem, it was widely accepted. Even now, 70 years down the line, it's considered one of the best techniques. As the word suggests, brainstorming is a method design teams use to generate ideas to solve clearly defined design problems. You literally storm your brain for ideas that are associated with your topic, and you document every idea on a sheet of paper. Brainstorming is fun because it's relaxed and informal. It encourages people to come up with thoughts and ideas that can at first seem a bit crazy, but you don't judge your ideas during the brainstorming session.
Now let me give you a small example. Let's say you want to write a blog on Indian culture. You will start writing all the things that you think are associated with Indian culture. As we have mentioned earlier, this activity is done in an informal manner, so you can go wild on your ideas. The only rule of this game is you cannot judge any idea. Just write down all the ideas that your brain is storming with. So you write down that topic in the middle of the paper and start writing all the ideas that you think are associated with Indian culture. So after you've written down the Indian culture, you start looking at what are the things that are associated with Indian culture. So let's start with family values. We stay in joint families, we have respect for elders, education is quite emphasized. Some family values are very stringent and some are very flexible. Then it is an ancient system, our patriarchal system, and then we are God-fearing. There are a lot of traditional with every family. Then we have different ethnicity, we believe in frugal systems. Then if we look at festivals, ideas like fun and special food, special clothes, pollution, there are crackers and there's a lot of noise, there are gatherings, there is crowd, there are so many colors, there is a celebration that is going on. Then we get holidays when there are festivals, we get special clothes when we are there. And then decoration. All festivals we decorate our houses, and yes, we need to take a bath on every festival, so that is again a mandatory thing. Then if we look at religion, which is another part of Indian culture, we have prasad, then we have prayers, then we have god and deities, we have temples, we have different rituals, then we have crowd. This whole religion thing is very ancient. Then if we look at wedding, we get keywords like pomp and show, astrology, zodiac, making all those rashis, caste system, and then all the words that are coming to your head, you start putting all of them together. Don't leave anything. Then let's look at craft, which is another very strong part of Indian culture. And then all the keywords that are coming to you, all the ideas that are coming to you, just put that on the sheet of paper. So if you look at your brainstorming page now, you have so many ideas to start your blog.
So that was one way of doing brainstorming, where you create a bubble map. Let me explain to you the other ways that we can do brainstorming. There are two kinds of brainstorming: individual brainstorming and group brainstorming. Individual brainstorming, as the name suggests, is done by a single person, whereas group brainstorming is done by a group of people working together to arrive at creative solutions. Now I will tell you some very interesting methods of brainstorming. The first method is called reverse brainstorming. As the name suggests, we look at the problem from the other end. Reverse brainstorming is a creative problem-solving technique in which the problem is turned around and considered from a different point of view to spur new and different solutions. The second method is called stop and go brainstorming. This is a problem-solving technique in which a group alternately engages in brainstorming solutions without evaluation for 10 minutes and then engages in a short period of evaluation. The group continues alternating between brainstorming and evaluation. A very interesting technique of brainstorming is Phillips 66 brainstorming, a problem-solving technique in which a group of 6 people brainstorms for 6 minutes and then a spokesman for each group presents the best ideas or even all ideas to the larger group. The last method is called brain writing, a problem-solving technique in which participants individually brainstorm ideas and document them, and then share them with a group to get their feedback and suggestions.
So in today's brainstorming video, you saw two case studies to understand the overall concept of brainstorming, and you also learned different methods of brainstorming. Now it is time to apply this in your life to create magical things. With that, we wish you all the very best.